Linshidong!
Well, this is the last event. This is the big finale. After the women's, the men's big center stage, and this is where it all ends. The decider as to who's going to win the ITTA World Cup 2025 Macau. Two of the finest talents and two very deserving, well, finalists. Linshidong for his talent, his skill, his speed, and his very tricky, well, gameplay. Hugo Calderano brings an experience, creative play, and of course, the Brazilian flavor. What is that? Well, we'll find out when he gets to the table. Has his own style of play. Has had his coach along with him right through. Remember, he's had a few big wins. He got the better of Shinozuka in that round of 16, then Harimoto in the quarterfinals, beating Tomokazu Harimoto, and finally that 4-3 very convincing win over Wang Chuqin of China. Wang Chuqin, of course, the world number 2. Now he's the world number 1, who got the better of Anton Schalberg, in the round of 16. And then, of course, Truls Moregard in the quarterfinals, and finally his own teammate Liang Jinkung in the semi-finals. Unlike Shasha and well, young Huai Muan, who played earlier, Linshidong has got one of the finest ever coaches. He used to be one of my favorites as a table tennis player before Balong ascended that #1 place for the first time, and that's Wang Hao. So Wang Hao in Linshidong's corner makes a big difference. And Linshidong is the kind of well, player who does listen. He's a paddler who listens to his coach very carefully. Calderano always loves to smooth out things on the table. Kirsten Duchat, so Germany is our umpire.
Service for Lin, this side.
Calderano gets aside after Lin wins the toss and chooses to serve. Robert Olenki of Poland is our assistant umpire. Oh, this is going to be a very, very interesting game. Calderano, 28 years old, world ranking of 5, seeded 5, right-handed shake-hand grip, and the first lad from the Americas to enter the top 10 of table tennis. He put Brazil on the table tennis map as a table tennis powerhouse. Linshidong, only 20 years old, world ranking 1, seeded 1, right-handed shake-hand grip, turned 20 only 2 days ago on the 18th of April. He was 19 till then. So, was world number 1 this year in February. Let's not forget he had a big one at the Singapore Smash. And it will be interesting to see what he can come up with here against Hugo Calderano, the extremely creative, well, Brazilian star. Richard, of course, was the first player from the Hainan province to be drafted into Chinese national team. Very, very tricky player, and it's interesting the spin that he can generate. He mixes up, uses a maximum amount of spin in his shot. He's also got that one weapon known as the cheetah flick. That's trademark quick forehand to backhand. That's the big trophy that we're looking at. So we're about to start off with the big finale here.
Love all.
Linshidong to serve.
1 love.
Will claim the first point. It's got that characteristic, well, jig.
1 all.
Normally does it after he warms up, or just to, after he wins a point, or just to kind of stay mobile and motivated. Calderano pulling a point away from his opponent.
1-2.
And Linshidong will claim that point back.
2 all.
Well, this time, service here from Calderano, just foxing his opponent a tad bit. Linshidong not reading that too well. It's 2 all. Still even Stevens.
3-2.
So while Linshidong does dance from foot to foot, let's not forget Calderano will probably make a really great house husband someday. He really loves to clean the table, and that's just the player default. All of us have it. It's kind of what lets us ease up during the points. He'll also do it to keep that area clean, so that it presents the best possible surface for him to play on. Calderano 2 points behind now as Linshidong holds his serve. And he's dragged that out. He's a bit of a complex player to read, Linshidong, because the use of his of spin in most of his shots is just, it's so deceptive.
5-3.
Well, that's a powerful one from Calderano. Would have been a good bit of speed in that too. Now 6-3. There's one thing that Calderano will know: to have reached, you know, the finals of the World Cup. He wouldn't want to let this go easy. Linshidong, on the other hand, for him too,
Please
you know, in his
left
first
eye.
years, first few months as world number 1, he's back in. Once again, Linshidong will win that battle. He's 4 points ahead now. And I think Calderano just having a little bit of trouble, well, reading into the 20-year-old's game. Well, keep in mind the fact that
4-7.
the 4-7. That's another winner here for Linshidong, who seems to be dominating this first game. It's been a very good start for him. Winner speed of 63 kilometers per hour. And that's what I spoke about earlier. The spin, 102 RPS. Wang Hao.
8-5.
Calderano says he has one right back at you. Now, this is a very interesting equation. These gentlemen have met only once before, and that was in 2023, 2 years ago, at the World Table Tennis Contender in Durban, South Africa. And in that one, in the quarterfinals, Calderano won it 3-2. Well, times have changed. Back then, Linshidong was a paddler on the rise. Today, he's at the top of the heap. And a lot has changed in his game since then as well. Calderano to serve at 5-9.
5-10.
Calderano just struggling to get those shots right. And it's game point for Linshidong.
Let 5-10.
Calderano will serve again.
10-6.
Oh, fine backhand there. Absolutely. Fine backhand from Hugo Calderano. 58 kilometers per hour winner speed, 129 RPS that winner speed. So here's Linshidong still at game point.
11-6.
That'll be the first game. Linshidong wins it 11-6. Well, he's actually dominated most part of this game. Calderano just struggling a little bit to find, well, that form that he displayed in the quarterfinals and semifinals. Let's not forget, having said that, this is a very different opponent. It's a tricky one, and I think it's just about being able to read Linshidong's game, which is the problem. Calderano is 8 years a senior. Seen a lot more of the sport than, well, the world number one. Another fine athlete, Calderano, from a family of athletes. Full name, of course, is Hugo Marinho Borges Calderano. Borges is his family name. He's born in Rio de Janeiro. Started playing table tennis at the age of 8. His mother, father, and grandfather were all physical education teachers. He was encouraged to play sports from a young age. From 10 to 12, he was member of the Rio volleyball team and was preschool state champion in the long jump. Well, he's pretty tall, so long legs as well. Calderano.
One love.
And he'll claim that with Linshidong just not providing the return this time. Oh, lovely flick there. Absolutely lovely flick there from Linshidong. That is such a decisive shot that he does use. So Calderano
1-2.
will claim this one. Move to Sao Paulo in his teens to continue with table tennis. Got a few kicks up his sleeve, but this one's not going to work. Also has that two-handed backhand that he often uses. That's just the same as his good friend Simon Gauzy of France. There's very few players who use that two-handed backhand. 2-all.
2-3.
Linshidong still holding his own. Calderano will have to, well, come up with a plan here against this lad, and that's going to be different from what he did in the last two games.
3-all.
Well, he's working on it. He's definitely working on it. One of the most creative players that we've seen in recent times, Hugo Calderano. And he's beaten some of the big guns of table tennis over a period of time. Well, that is a decisive shot, and that'll stay hit. Absolutely wonderful play from Hugo Calderano. It's now Calderano with a slender lead. Linshidong will draw level. Oh, that is a very good backhand straight down the line here from Calderano. Calderano looking a lot stronger in this game. Linshidong just dominating the first one. But the other Brazilian fairly in control of his stroke play.
Left, 5-4. for 6.
He's not going to be happy with that. Just keeping that beyond the net. Calderano very smartly served. And there's always going to be a bit of appreciation, for fine play and talent. Linshidong himself, fearless as a competitor, but he does know that he's up against one of the best.
5-6.
And service here. That's pretty much how you do it. Beautiful service. And it's those tricks that he brings out
Left. 5-6.
that can be such a problem for the opponent.
6-all.
He just drew Calderano into that. And that's Wang Chuqin. World number 2. Well, dominated the world number 1 spot for a good bit of time. Also an absolutely stunning player to watch in action. Calderano's win against him was just, well, he was really one for the records. 6-all now.
7-6.
Calderano fighting back as well as he could. Won a bronze in the Youth Olympics at the age of 18 in Nanjing, China. He's no newcomer to Chinese opponents. Has a couple of friends here as well.
6-8.
Oh, smartly done in a baseball. Well, catcher's move there from Linshidong. Oh, that is tight reflexes. I got the ball. So 6-8. The world number 1 to serve.
6-9.
And Calderano knows what this means. He's got to keep fighting back. Oh, well played there. Lovely change of direction. He's got a powerful forehand too.
10-6.
And that's going to be, well, game point here for Calderano. Well, remember, Linshidong took the first one 11-6. Linshidong, quick backhand here, straight back to Calderano. In Calderano's direction, just they're not giving him enough time to react. That's what he does best. 10-7, game point still for Hugo Calderano. And Calderano will claim the game, so it's going to be 1-all here, and this is beginning to look like a fight, and I absolutely love it. So, I'm always one for a challenge. It's just awful to see a game go down, as a one-sided affair. If it goes down to the wire, I'll be the happiest man alive. Very excellent performance here. Great comeback from Hugo Calderano, really drawing, from all his strength. So 11-6 to 7-11 for Stay with us, don't go anywhere as we continue with our coverage of the ITTF Men's World Cup Macao 2024. Into the third game.
Third game. Lin to serve. Love all.
Linshidong will serve. Oh, that is a decisive forehand. Just blast that forward. That's a quick flick. That's going to stay hit. One love here. Rose to world number 1, 11th February 2025. He stayed there.
1 all.
Well played there by Hugo Calderano, just opening up the face of the racket, a bit of side spin. Lin was picked from the Hainan provincial team in 2015 after winning the singles title at the National Youth Championship in 2020, drafted into the Chinese national second team.
2-1.
Well, may have been off the edge, but he will claim it. Calderano leads here. Well, that's such an unusual shot. Straight on the edge. A good comeback there from Calderano. So Lin, of course, is the pride of the Hainan province, being the first member from that region to be drafted into the team, promoted to the national first team in 2022, won his first WTT title at the WTT FIDE European Summer Series 2022 in Budapest.
2-3.
2-3 now. And 4 gold medals at the 2022 World Youth Championships, and in 2023 defended all 4 titles again. That was just turning up to be such a good rally. Lovely angle there from Linshidong as he pulls level. Fighting back here in this. Was just trying to regain that momentum that he created in the first game. But he's on fire. He is on fire. Calderano, on the other hand, is a cool customer. He's a thinking, well, table tennis player. Very strategic in the way that he approaches the game. Linshidong is more about pace. I was expecting that. Well finished. Linshidong, it's all about pace. It's those quick attacks. It's that generous dose of spin. Tries to drown you out in it. Calderano, lovely loop drive from him earlier. Calderano would serve. A point behind Linshidong.
Come on, come on. 4 all.
Oh, nicely done. Nicely done. You want to keep that straight. Well,
Play, please.
backhand drive. Make sure that
4 all.
someone's going to return it back. Oh, lovely return there from Linshidong. Calderano really swinging his arm into that one. Absolute power there, and what a beautiful return. Quick reflexes from the 20-year-old. And Wang Hao's expression says it all. Absolutely love him.
5 all.
He was not just a terrific player in his time, he's such a fantastic mentor and coach, but his expression every time his lads win a point is just priceless. 5 all, Calderano to serve. Service there from Calderano. And I'm sure that after the previous game, of course, Wang Hao would have had a few good words. Well, a few bits of advice to give Linshidong.
5-7.
Calderano holds his serve here. So a couple of big wins here for Linshidong. I think the biggest one would have been in really the career boosting or the morale boosting one in 2024, when in the China Smash he got the better of Mao 4-2. Then of course in the contender Muscat he won against Juan Rubio and then against Anton Schulberg at the Frankfurt Championship.
5-7.
all in 2024, and that was his big rise. And then this year, the Singapore Smash, just taking his ranking to #1.
6-7.
And interestingly, of course, he defeated Liang Chun-Kung 4-2. He also was up against Liang Chun-Kung yesterday. And he got the better of Liang Chun-Kung 4-1 yesterday.
7-0.
So here's Linshidong as he draws level in this third game. Now, this is proving to be a battle of wits here between these two fine paddlers. That's, well, Chen Shintong. She fell to Suning Shah yesterday 4-1. Oh, lovely flick there. Linshidong once again. So just finding his feet here. Got that powerful backhand, considered by many paddlers as the best in the world. Also an attacking forehand. He uses excessive backspin and topspin to control the game.
9-7.
That's what I mean. The ability to just mix it up there. Now 2 points ahead of Calderano. Linshidong to serve. Got a fair chance here of claiming this game if he can hold serve.
9-8.
And Calderano says, I'm not done yet. A lovely form. They're very, very fluid. One of the talents of this young lad, of course, that ability to push the opponent back. He likes to hit deep.
9-all.
And it's got to be 9-all. Calderano's here for a reason. Calderano himself is no, well, newcomer. 2021 World Table Tennis Championship, reached the quarterfinals. Lost to Liang Chun-Kung. Came back later on to defeat stars like Chang Woo-jin of Korea Republic. Dmitry Ovcharov was the one that he fell to, and that was in the Olympic Games.
10-9.
Picked up a bronze medal in at Tokyo 2020. Oh, such a fantastic backhand there from Calderano. Calderano now at game point. And that's 11-9, the second game there to Hugo Calderano. Oh, that was such a fantastic point to win. It's a closely fought encounter than the second game, but just look at that, a bit of net play, decisive backhand flicks, and it's Calderano's that'll reign supreme here. So 2-1, and Linshidong has a fight on hand, practically for the first time in this tournament, where he's been dominant in most of his games. But it's the Brazilian taking this game to him now. Calderano leads 2-1, and Wang Hao definitely will have viewed everything that's happened. Stay with us, don't go anywhere. So as we return back here, it's going to be the fourth game, and this has turned out to be such an interesting match. And I do love the fact, of course, that, you know, we've seen, well, so many games this in these last few rounds. And that round of
Love
16
all.
quarterfinals and the semifinals, we saw so many of the big guns being ejected from the tournament, including the world number 2, the world number 3. But here we are, world number 1 against world number 5. Calderano will serve.
Let love all.
Reserve here.
Love one. One all.
1-1 now.
Let one all. One, two.
Well, those forehands have been fairly powerful here from Calderano. That swing, he's got that big swing of that right arm. Linshidong serves at 1-2.
3-1.
And I think the odd bit is changing your strategy is so important. As I said this earlier, Calderano is a thinking player. Linshidong improvises as he goes along, and that's his forte. It's all going to boil down to who wins this mental battle here today. Now Linshidong will claim one back. Oh, that trademark flick. Lian Jin-kung and Wang Chu-jin, while supporting their teammate.
Two, four.
So Calderano leads by 2 points now. It's kind of an amazing thing when you look at the Chinese table tennis team, no matter what happens when there are players in there, and they may be so competitive against each other, but they will come out and support their lad. They will come out and support their girls. It's just exemplary. I mean, it's the national sport pretty much of China, and that tells us the story. Oh, well played here. Linshidong now going toe-to-toe with Calderano on those huge forehand moves.
Five, three. Six, three.
Calderano now 3-point lead. Well, I'm just going to say if it goes to a few more points, Linshidong will probably look at a timeout. But that's a good comeback. A very good comeback here from the world number 1. And every point earned is worth its weight in gold, and you can make out by the celebration there from either of these paddlers. Oh, those big forehands coming, and both these players now playing from a distance are not playing up close. And, well, that just goes to show, well, the mutual respect as well, besides the skill. Oh, well played there. Placement from Calderano. And I said this earlier, it's really going to boil down to those mind games between these two. They are fantastic athletes, both have phenomenal skills. It's the reason why they're both in the finale. But who wins the mental battle here today? For the time being, Calderano just holding the edge. But don't put anything past the world number one. Calderano's had a highest ranking of world number 3.
9.
Oh, that's another decisive shot. You would have thought. Fairly aggressive here today, Hugo Calderano. The world number 3, 1st February 2022. And he's looked around in that top region for a long period of time. 9-4 now.
4-10.
And I do think Linshidong will have to do a little bit of a rethink here. It's game point once again for Calderano. It's experience versus extreme skill.
11-4.
And that's going to be the 3rd straight game for Hugo Calderano, and that comes as a bit of a surprise. 3 straight games. And Calderano now has 1 foot across the finish line. Well, he's made Linshidong sweat. Well, that's something that Linshidong has done to all his opponents throughout the course of this tournament. Don't know whether he's actually read through that game and watched this game. Stay with us as we continue with the men's finale of the ITTF Men's World Cup 2025. Just to recap of the scores: 11-6, 11-7, 11-9, 11-4.
把住你，在这个把转过来也可以，或者说这种侧折里头，侧折无非就是得摆住你嘛，对吧？你看所有的点都是放慢摆，放慢出，没有偏一个点了，我一摆你，对吧？头一几个正好往后扛。啊，人一定要这个提前动啊。
5th game, Lin to serve. Love all.
Linshidong will serve in the 5th game. Oh, looking a lot better. He's controlled that point. That's the kind of play that we're used to looking at. Well, it's off the edge, but a point is a point in the final. And Hugo Calderano will gracefully accept it. Calderano, point ahead now. Well, I do believe it's a timeout and a timely one. It was a long time coming, and Linshidong definitely needs a shot there with Wang Hao at this point of time. Do stay with us as we continue with the finale. Wang Hao will have the right advice for him, no doubt.
对吧？我就该挺着拧了啊！你用前台拧了就前台，你现在就是什么？一动就是这种感觉，这种他前算是你，然后我就打你，往前抬。你正手一拧的时候，他一打你，你再直接在中间。啊，没关系，没关系，啊，正好对我发球里，啊，发球里还是要有人的，啊，一定要看发球过去了。他但是你站这他，人家有这些同学跟我谈的，然后在那对着他，结果我就开始，还是跟他那种对眼。 啊，并入，现在并入比分啊，对吧？先并入比分啊，你们啊，好，不着急，哎，不着急，还是要把球的啊，并入一定要你的发球里头啊， 应该实在是长短还是被影响谢谢算好想好没关系没事冷静冷静啊
1-3.
As we get back from the timeout, let me remind you once again, the only time these lads have met before is 2023 in Durban at the WTT Contender.
1-4.
And Calderano just replying back to everything. And I think that just for a moment he has unsettled Linshidong. There's a bit of experience that comes into play here.
5-1.
5-1 now. And that's what happens, the exuberance of youth up against the wisdom of the experience. And I do believe Calderano really drawing from all his experiences. He's been on the scene for a long period of time. 8 years the senior of Linshidong. Did get the better of his Chinese counterpart, but that was, as I said, 2023 when he won it 3-2 in a quarterfinal game.
5-2.
And much better from Linshidong. Liang Jinkung, well, who was ejected from the tournament by the 20-year-old yesterday. Well, looking on. Well, 3-5 now. And Wang Hao with a word of cheer there for his lad. It's been an interesting one for Calderano. That big win over Wang Chuqin 4-3, while it was Linshidong who beat Liang Jinkung 4-1.
3-5.
And then if you go, a little while back, Linshidong with that huge win over Truls Morigard 4-love.
4-5.
And he's definitely back in it here. And a timeout taken by, well, Hugo Calderano, and that's after, well, a few quick points there for Linshidong, who's come back with a slight change in strategy, all due to this man.
所以你要每个点要跟他对线，不能说打一个点以后一直跟着那个点，他也在算，他也在猜这个节奏啊，一定不能躲，一定这个内容要讲究啊。Seguiu, a gente está pronto.
And the game will resume with Linshidong serving at 4-5. Calderano calling that timeout earlier.
Left 4-5.
Well done there, Calderano. 3 powerful forehands in the same direction. Just testing Linshidong. Well, he had to come back in it. He was just so sure that those points were just falling away from him. And I think that timeout mainly because, well, he was peaking here.
7-4.
And you don't want to lose that momentum. So just holding steady with that. It's currently 7-4. Linshidong, well, I think now in a spot of trouble. And Linshidong will fight back. The 9-5 here. And the problem with Linshidong has been he's had so many errors here today. Calderano forcing those from him. 9-5.
10-5.
Oh, that's match point now. Championship point. Ah, that was Calderano just pulling that carpet out from under Linshidong's feet for the last 3 games. And here in the 4th game, leads by 5 points.
11-5.
And there it is, the champion of 2025, Hugo Calderano. What a performance from him in the round of 16, the quarterfinals. That massive win in 2 consecutive days to beat the world number 2 and then the world number 1. It is a big one here from Hugo Calderano, and he is going to remember this for a long, long time to come. Well, his girlfriend there to support him during the entire event, Runa Takahashi, who also plays for the women's team. And there, of course, his good mates and everyone's in here who, of course, has been, well, supportive of Calderano. What a performance. This has been a terrific performance, and Wang Hao knows that he has seen something special here today. You know, his lad doing everything he could, but Calderano just putting the brakes on. Linshidong dropped the first game. It was 11-6 for Linshidong. Then, of course, it's going to take some time for him. It's going to take a bit of time for that to soak in. But after dropping that first game, and then 4 games on the trot to claim the championship, we will have a few words from Hugo Calderano. We're also going to look back at the score and the statistics, but more importantly, let me remind you today, while Suning Shah or Shasha pretty much gave us kind of